What's going on, you guys? So check it right. Twitter was in a bit of a frenzy over the past 2 days, with people debating who had a better catalog between the Wrecking Crew and Cash Time. Now, this actually developed into users conducting a versus on the timeline between the two crews, which was actually crazy to witness. Now, Twitter is a platform where people share their thoughts and opinions, and one user said the following on the matter: "Can't believe Oaks are comparing Cash Time to niggas that would perform at high school Valentine's Ball during their peak." Now, obviously, Cash Time was a bigger crew than TWC, as they had all the backing behind them, compared to TWC, who are a bunch of millennials impacting the game with no backing behind them. So this was an ignorant tweet from this user, and actually caught the attention of X Global, who decided to go in a crazy rant, divulging key information about the crew. Now, he first went on to say, "Peak, ? At our peak, we charged 65k and up. We were so balling, we left a 5-bedroom house fully furnished with a 25k carpet to go pay 100k a month on rent. Then from there to a 10-bedroom house. Peak, ? We perform nationwide without radio or TV. You don't have to like us. Respect TWC." Now, I just have to say that 100k for rent is crazy. But anyways, he still continued by saying, "Peak, ? TWC was fighting CEOs financially. We had the biggest artists, investors offer us millions in our own home. We had businessmen that claimed to have worked on Fill Up the Dome by Casper offer TWC to do their own Fill Up the Dome. On top of that, the whole game was calling. We had supporters outside our house gather and sing our songs. Literally what American celebrities go through. It gets worse. We would need an episode of How I Blew It." Now, Uber Eats replied to X by saying, "With this Cash Time versus TWC chats, I think a lot of people don't know that Cash Time had majority of the industry backing them, with powerful people invested in their success, while TWC was severely gatekept by the same industry and powerful people were invested in their failure. They deadass never wanted TWC to succeed because they hated the American sound, independent, don't need a label, young and internet famous brand they were on, while Cash Time was the South African sound, while connected and seasoned artist brand that the older people with power liked." And X responded by saying, "To support you on this, we were the biggest threat to record labels. Had we continued today, there would have been no need for record labels. They even resorted to use witchcraft on us, girls, undercover spies following us around. We have seen it all." He still went on to say, "People are forgetting that how people are dropping now is literally how we used to release music. Piano boomed after we split. Had we not split, no one was going to be able to breathe till today. We did not go out for 3 to 5 years, nor did we drink. No one was seeing us." Now, all respect to TWC, but even if they were still together till this day, Piano would have dominated the industry nonetheless. But anyways, he still said, "A lot of South Africans don't know who NBA Youngboy is. He doesn't even have Instagram. Nothing. Yet he is one of the biggest artists in the world that most of the artists that you think are big aren't seeing him or even close to him in real time." And he still continued by saying, "Do you know how many people have to stream you for you to be able to live off DistroKid for years? For you to be okay with not gigging? Like, let's forget royalties and other avenues, just DistroKid in real life. We have to leave this chat." Now, in regards to the statement that X posted, another user commented by saying, "All 25 of y'all split that. That time probably Kale was getting paid this." And X replied by saying, "Nope, only 4 or 5 of us made money and took care of 25 guys. In fact, Wrecking Crew was huge that peak. TWC, A-Reece, Flvme, myself, Echo, Marshmello never touched their individual money Wrecking Crew paid. Bear in mind you comparing an OG to 17, 24-year-olds at that time. Now, if that was really the case, splitting that amount amongst 15 plus niggas makes no financial sense. And I only say this because I highly doubt that everyone was involved in the crew being a huge success compared to the main members like Reece, Mash, Flvme, X, Mello, and Echo. But anyways, another user replied to him by saying, "X Global forgets he was a back nigga for A-Reece and Flvme." And X responded by saying, "Let's stop with the lies. When I met A-Reece, his brother, I kicked him out, and I took him with everyone he came with until he became stable. And Flvme is my responsibility until he dropped and made his own money, as they had just left the label. Let's not get on here. That man said peak. And like it or not, peak us live proper, and my life is even way better now." So this isn't the first time I've heard that Jody kicked Reece out of his place, which is unfortunate, but we don't know what the dynamics of the relationship was during that time. But I suggest you guys check Chopping It with Buddha T with Jody, as you'll probably get a better insight onto the situation. Now, X still continued by saying, "That man said peak. hence the screenshot from 2018, as that's when it was our peak. Let's not try to push a narrative like I haven't been grounded and quiet all these years, watching you guys lie on my name. My life is 10 times way better now than it was in TWC. If you know, you know. And he followed up by saying, oh, and also respect to the OGs. Let's not act like all I wasn't trying to address the disrespect on the impact we had. And he continued by saying, lol, I ain't posting no screenshot to prove nothing. I can't fall for such. Believe it or not, I'm just tired of all the lies. It's been way too long. And still continue by saying, also, it's nothing to be proud of. We made mistakes. We trusted no one as we were scammed before and still getting scammed by everyone all the way down to the helpers. We made a lot of bad business mistakes and we tried hard to save everyone and not focus on the business side of things. Now another user asked X the following by saying, X, are you in close contact with Reece? Do you guys still talk? What's his opinion on the group? I mean, you guys are niggas, you ain't like bees when it comes to fights. And X responded by saying, I have no problem with him or his brother. Things turned out the way they did and we moved. I chose to even leave everything how it was and not ask for what everyone thought was right. I'm extremely confrontational and I never ever bumped into him till today. And he concluded by saying, that chat had affected my brand and life for years. I had to set myself free from it and never revisit it. I had to carry the heavy load of so many things I didn't do. When I work hard to try and move with honor and respect, I don't expect a lot of people to understand. Now X divulged a lot about the crew, from them earning 65k at a gig, to paying 100k in rent, which is ridiculous in my opinion, to housing both A-Reece and Flvme when Jody kicked Reece out, as well as leaving the crew and not wanting anything in return. Now, not to sound nosy, but I'm just glad that we're getting better insight into how the crew dynamics were. It's apparent that a lot went down between them, but maybe the splits was for the best. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Based on the things that X said, does it sound far-fetched or do you believe him? Comment down below. Anyways guys, thanks for tuning in and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.